With U.S. sales approaching 500,000 units per year, Subaru can no longer be considered this small Japanese niche car company. It's really becoming a major player in the industry, and a big reason is this vehicle, the 2014 Subaru Forester. When you look at this segment, which includes a CR-V from Honda, RAV4 from Toyota, and the Escape from Ford, just to name a few, it's hard to get noticed, but Subaru has managed to do that, winning awards because of this vehicle. So the Forester is just what you see. It's a 5-passenger crossover, but it has infinite off-road capability. Subaru understands and expects their owners to take their vehicles off-road and really max them out as far as their capabilities. They also understand how people use them as far as carrying things. Underneath the storage area, you have more storage area, plenty of room to put things and hide them. They even include this handy, water and mud-proof protector for the cargo area. The base price on a Subaru Forester starts in the low 20s, $22,000, $23,000. The vehicle we're driving today is a Limited with the optional 6.1-inch navigation package that adds about another $1,100, so we're closer to $30,000. Again, these are numbers that are right in the segment with the rest of the competitors. With the exception of the BRZ, it's hard to call any of the Subaru models beautiful, but I think that's part of the appeal for a lot of Subaru owners. They like the fact that this thing is a little quirky. It's a little bit ugly. It's got lights that kind of bulge out in certain places, a lot of lines in the hood, but that's part of the character of the Forester. Again, the people that are buying this vehicle, a lot of them are coming from the Pacific Northwest, from the Northeast, mountain states like Utah and Colorado, because these things are so capable, so reliable. You see these things, and after 10, 15 years, they're still running. And one of the things about off-road vehicles is, we're thinking big, heavy, body-on-frame trucks are going to do better in snow, but it's actually these lighter vehicles that do so much better because they don't sink down. And combine that with Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive, you really have the makings of one of the most capable off-road vehicles in the industry today, certainly in the segment. Subaru has a very proven product under the hood. This engine appears in many of their models, and we see continuous evolutions of this engine, but overall the heart of it remains the same. The Subaru Forester is one of their best-selling vehicles in a very competitive segment that includes vehicles like the Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, and the Ford Escape. So if you're going to compete in this segment, you really have to bring it. One of the areas where, in my opinion, Subaru has a superior advantage is its symmetrical all-wheel drive system. So if you are going to take your vehicle off-road, this is one of the best vehicles to do it in. Now, Jeep may challenge that with their new Cherokee, but it certainly doesn't have the heritage that the Forester has. This vehicle has been around for a long time and has really nailed the segment. So I like a lot of things about this vehicle, but some things I really don't like. Seats are very important to me, and these seats seem very flat, and it took a lot to get the seats adjusted right. It took this on a fairly long, kind of 150-mile trip, and I was not comfortable at all. And I had better expectations. When you look at vehicles like the Ford Escape, for example, I think they do a much better job with their seats. Another thing that really bothered me with this vehicle is the whole infotainment system. I don't want, in this day and age, to have to push too many buttons. I want knobs, especially for the tuning and whatnot. It was just not very intuitive. I would think Subaru could do a better job. This is just a system that they just take out and put in. It's kind of an off-the-shelf third party. I'd like to see a better job, but overall, I think they did a decent job with the interior. The controls are good aside from the infotainment. I like this additional screen that tells you your fuel economy, range, exterior temperature, etc. There's more information between the gauges. It's a relatively simple, kind of understated interior, and that's okay. because I think that's what Subaru is all about. This is a vehicle that resonates very, very well with people from the Pacific Northwest as well as the Northeast, a lot of the colder climates, Colorado, Utah, etc., because they're very capable. One of the advantages of these lighter off-road vehicles is that because of their power to weight ratio, because when you're going slow and you're doing some stuck in snow or mud, you don't need a lot of power. You just need some torque, you need good traction, and the lighter the vehicle, sometimes you actually get better performance in those kind of environments. But overall, I like it. Certainly a vehicle I would recommend. I would just like to see them maybe address the seats and the infotainment system. So there you have it, the 2014 Subaru Forester. It's a compact crossover in a very competitive segment. Subaru has done a tremendous job. This is an easy recommendation. We mentioned the seats and the nav system, a little quirky, a little uncomfortable on the seats, but I think these are things you can live with. Overall, you would be getting one of the most reliable and capable vehicles in this, again, very hotly contested segment.